Hey guys, it's me, Jay Stone, Master Brand Coach, and I've got a story to share with you. So, anybody who knows me knows that I love my smartphone. I'm absolutely addicted to the smartphone. I have a Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and I actually started out with the Note 2, got the Note 3, got the Note 4. And I bought this phone 2 years ago. I actually bought it on the day my father passed away. So I am emotionally attached to this phone for many reasons, but mostly because it's an amazing piece of technology. Now I know they're up to the Note 7, and the Note 7 had its drama, but all the previous generations that I've owned, I've even tested the Note 5, were amazing. And here's what's great about it. Number one, the photography is superb. I take photos with this camera and I can actually use it on my marketing materials. I take videos, and my YouTube videos are superb. And so the marketing is, the video is great. The photos are great. And then at any given time, I have about 65 apps loaded. Yep, I use them all for different things. Not necessarily daily, but certainly weekly. And I probably have in excess of 500 photos between the SD card and the actual internal phone memory. So it's safe to say that I am a power user. I do my social media, and you guys know I'm on every platform. I produce content for most of my platforms. I can do my blog posting from my phone. All my business apps, all the Google apps are have a mobile version. And then I can, of course, manage my money, manage my communication, my monster texting game. I got text messages out of the wazoo, and I can manage all of that stuff all the time on the go with almost no need for a computer. I never even use my iPad when I'm traveling. All I need is the phablet, the phone, the Note 4. So the day before yesterday, the phone started acting a little bit glitchy. By the way, my phone has a name. His name is Greg, after my first love. I call him G4 for short because he has, it's the Note 4. So the previous one was G3. So we're up to G4. So G4 started acting a little bit funky with me the other day. So I said, okay, well, you know what? I got to take my car to the mechanic. Left the car at the mechanic, used the phone to call the Uber, and went to the hair salon. And got to the hair salon, and the phone's acting a little funny, a little glitchy, kind of shutting off on me. And I figured, hey, probably got too many pictures on here. Let's delete some pictures, delete some apps. Well, every time I started the process of moving files and deleting files and transitioning stuff to my Dropbox, after a while it was shut down. I said, you know what, let me charge the battery, just leave it over here doing stuff. Well, I checked the phone an hour and a half later, and the battery's down to like 17%, and it's just consistently shutting down and rebooting itself, right? Glitching. And it wouldn't stay on more than a few seconds. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't get my phone to come on. So guess what that means? I can't call anybody. I can't call the Uber because the Uber app won't work because the phone won't stay on long enough for me to call Uber. Now, this is the part of the story where the drama kicks in. So I can't do the Uber. Then I decide, okay, maybe I can use somebody else's phone and log into my Uber app. But the Uber app required me to send a PIN verification to my cell phone. Of course, can't get my cell phone to come on to do the PIN verification. So then I said, well, let me call a taxi, right? Well, I can't look up, Google search a taxi company because my phone doesn't work. So once again, borrow somebody's phone, Google the taxi service don't come to the area of the salon. So then I had to say, okay, now I got to call somebody to come get me, which I don't really want to call people. Well, I'm stuck, so I got to call somebody. So out of the 1,600 contacts I have in my phone, I can only remember 3 phone numbers by heart. And so those are my sisters. So I had to borrow somebody's phone again to call my sisters, call one sister to call another sister to call the other sister, put them on all 3-way to see which one of them can come pick me up. Either way, it worked out so that the lady at the salon was coming in the direction of where I live, so she dropped me off, right? So I get here, mechanic is back with my car. Don't have time to go to the T-Mobile store to get Greg fixed, and I've got a 4 o'clock conference call. So I got to jump on the conference call with the client. By the time I finish that, it's almost time for the store to close. I don't have time to get to the store before it closes. So I said, so I have to sit here with no phone. At this point, it's like, okay, it'll be 24 hours with no phone. So I get the wise idea to, you know what, just use Google Voice, right? Just use your Google Voice. Google, you can call directly from the computer, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's been so long since I called in the Google Voice. Guess what it wanted to do? It wanted to send me a PIN verification to my cell phone. So I can't get the cell phone long on to stay on long enough to get the PIN verification. So here I am, and I finally just had to send my whole team and all my friends emails and Facebook Messenger messages, right? So sent my girlfriends Facebook messages. They're like, look, do we need to call people? You all right? You got food? I mean, it's like being in the freaking Middle Ages. I can't call nobody, can't do nothing. I know, right? And it didn't even dawn on me because I never used my iPad that I could use my iPad to FaceTime people, right? But I'm an Android person, so I wasn't really thinking about the iPad. So anyway, here I am stuck in the Middle Ages with no phone and just kind of like totally confused about what to do with my life. Because guess what? I can't check my calendar. I can't check my text messages. People are texting me, but I can't get online to see what text messages are. People are trying to send me emails, invoices, all that. Can't do nothing but work my email. So guess what? The upside to this is I got a shit ton of work done because there was zero distractions. So I finally the next day make it over to the T-Mobile store. They're like, look, okay, the phone's glitchy. We can't really do anything in it. We're just going to have them ship you another one. But it won't, we can do it overnight, but it won't be here till tomorrow. Wait a minute. That means I got to go 48 hours with no smartphone. Okay, so Greg, you done really tripped out and put me down. So then after that, I was so distraught and despondent. Now, mind you, that evening I had to teach a class. So I didn't have any way to pull up the directions. I didn't have any way to pull up directions to get to the conference center. So I had to take my sister with me and use her phone to get directions to get to the conference center. Get there. So on the way in the car, she's like, so what's going on with your hair? Because mind you, I got the hair pent up just like this, but I'm going to teach a class. My sister's used to me having face beat, hair done, all of that. I was like, yeah, it's been a rough couple of days. I don't feel like it, right? So then she said, so when you gonna put on your makeup? I was like, yeah, I'm not. She's like, so you ain't gonna do it when you get there? No, I'm not. She's like, okay, no hair, no makeup. You just going raw. I was like, you know what? I just feel like I just ain't feeling it today. I can't pull it together. And so I realized that I was going through depression over the damn cell phone, right? All right. So I remember when I walked into the T-Mobile store and the first thing I said to them is, he put me down. And the guy's like, excuse me, how can I help you? I was like, he put me down. He's like, ma'am, explain yourself. I was like, my cell phone. It's my man. I feel like we broke up. So all the women in the store instantly started to say, yeah. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feel like that, don't it? Feel like you, girl, it feel like you broke up with your man. It feel like he don't stop talking to you and you don't know why and you don't know what happened. But you don't feel like getting up. You don't feel like combing your hair, going nowhere because shit, y'all done broke up. Your heart is damn broken, but you still got to just damn keep it on, right? That's what it feels like when you lose your smartphone, when your smartphone dies, when you lose it, when you drop it, when you crack the screen, when it get glitchy and die on you. And so the whole point is we are so dependent on technology. Even though this is an inanimate object, it has a name. I have an emotional attachment to it. I mean, it's almost hard to describe that when you're so addicted and dependent on something that it literally causes you grief to lose it. So that's my story on my smartphone. Hopefully one will be here in the next few hours and I'll be able to resume my life and start a whole new love affair. Anyway, just thought I'd share that interesting thing. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm Jay Stone. Catch you guys on the flip side. Mwah.